And we're back with Ajin Season 2, Episode 2. In this episode we see the dynamic duo begin their training regime and a few more guys getting killed. Quite an uneventful, slow episode, but entertaining nonetheless. Man, you know something's not right when an episode where a plane is blown up is seen as uneventful. But anyway, onto the episode.
Ajin.net にアップロードされたものだ。嵐が来る。
Oh man, just stop right there, please. What the hell was that? You've got the zoom in, the 5-second pause, the music stopping, and then the best thing you've got to say is, "The storm is coming." Really, Tosaki? You probably spent the whole of last night trying to come up with a cool line to say, and that's the best you could do? Look at the people in the background, they're not even listening. Izumi, though, is trying really hard not to laugh. I mean, they even have the music go when he says it, so how can you not laugh? The whole push-up scene was pretty weird. First you've got this sick, fast-paced beat that doesn't match what's going on at all. Then you've got Tosaki coming in and throwing a few friendly jabs at Nagai, like, why the hell are you guys acting like old friends? Just a moment ago you were at each other's throats, or more accurately at Miss Tosaki's throat, but don't mind the details. And now you're just having a bit of friendly banter with the boys? Also, I love that little cocky grunt that Nagai does. Like, huh, what an idiot. And then he goes straight back to barely being able to do a few push-ups. Man, Nagai, you sure showed him who's boss. Nakano, on the other hand, pretty much does think that Nagai's the boss, always looking to him for approval. First he seeks Nagai's opinion on best girl Izumi, then he looks to him when his handshake gets rejected, and again soon after to see if his answer to why people have to die is correct. Aw, that's just cute. I've never really seen Nakano as a particularly important or interesting character, but I think he's growing on me. I feel bad for him though, he's always just the butt of a joke. I mean, even when he got brutally murdered, I laughed really hard. Honestly, when someone getting painfully stabbed through the stomach is seen as comedy, I shudder to think what actual serious things in this anime will be like. Anyway, let me talk a bit about Tosaki again. Is it just me, or has he been acting really weird this episode? It feels like he's trying a bit too hard to look cool. First he turns off the webcam due to embarrassment, and then when he tries to correct his name, the first time he says it really loud and expressively, but that would make it seem like he cares too much. So the second time he tries to sound all cool and relaxed and calm. Like, what are you doing, Tosaki? Are you trying to act cool in front of the new recruits because you want to be looked up to by them? If that's really the case and I'm not just reading too much into this, then maybe we'll finally be able to see some real growth of his character, which would be nice as so far he's only really been known as a bit of a prick. Next up, the plane incident. There wasn't any real sense of tension as it was pretty obvious Sato's just gonna clean up his prey with ease. As for Sato's disguise, I'd recognize those non-existent eyes anywhere, so I'll give it a 4 out of 10. Good effort, but it ain't gonna fool me. It was nice seeing Sato having to go through a different approach to getting to his target, and of course the fight scene was cool as always. Sato's just way too chill, man. He brings out his gun before even checking that his target is there, and when he blows up the plane, he just stands right next to the explosives. Like, you do know that you don't have to kill yourself. You could literally just move a few meters to the side and not experience the unnecessary pain of freaking death. But no, if only to look cool, he stands in the middle of the explosion, and boy, does he look cool. Then they brought out some old stuff like the Freeze voice and Kai, who I thought they completely forgot about. He's also in the next episode preview for a split second, so I'm hoping he makes a comeback this season. This last part was just so satisfying. Something about Nagai losing control when he's always been acting all high and mighty and better than everyone else just feels right. Like, that's karma for ya. Also, the way that his IBM says his lines is a great way of referencing past moments without overusing flashbacks, which can get annoying quickly. The tree slashing was surprisingly intense, and you could really tell in Nagai's shaky, uncertain voice that he truly feels like he's fucked up. The one thing that made him confident and overpowered now doesn't listen to him anymore. He's probably thinking about how let down everyone else will be when they find out. Just like when you've always done well in maths, but then this one time you get a really bad mark, and when someone asks you what you got, then you tell them, but then they're like, oh bullshit, no way, tell me your real mark. And then when you say that it was your real mark, then they just say, oh, and walk away, like, man, that just feels the worst. Anyway, after that he says, everyone's an idiot, but in a very small voice so no one can hear. He's so scared, and I just love it. We may finally be seeing some development of Nagai's character, as he might even have to start relying on others for help, which is going to be very entertaining to say the least. The next episode seems like another slow one with Nagai and Nakano still training. Hopefully after all this build-up, shit will start to go down soon. Well, as Isaac Newton once famously said, what goes up must come down, and oh boy am I ready for everything to go down. Anyway, see you next episode. Choo choo, motherfuckers.